Hello, ladies. Today we are going to talking about the deepest self. Friends, we all have a life we say we want. Love, peace, purpose, growth. And yet, no matter how much we try, sometimes life keeps looping us back into chaos. We read books, we meditate, we try to be good people, but something still feels off. It's as if one part of us wants to move forward and another quietly pulls us back. We are meeting our deepest self, the part that holds both light and shadow, creation and resistance. Inside every person, there is a force that wants to expand, to love, to connect, to create something meaningful. And girls, beside it, there is another voice, quieter but powerful, that wants to protect, to control, to keep things familiar. This isn't about being good or bad. It is about the eternal conversation happening inside us. One voice whispering, grow, the other saying, safe, because I want to feel safe. And sometimes the safety voice wins, not because we are big, but because at some point in our past, safety means survival. So even as we reach for light, a part of us clings to what's known, even if it hurts. That's the paradox of the deep self. And my friends, this is psychology of resistance. Why we hold on to pain? Let's get honest. Most of the time, we don't resist change because we fear failure. We resist because we fear losing who have been our old patterns, anxiety, control, overgiving, self-doubt are familiar identities. They tell us who we are. So when life asks us to grow, a part of us panics. If I stop fixing people, who will I be? If I stop being hardworking, who will love me? If I finally heal, what happens to the version of me who's always suffered? That's the secret behind self-sabotage. We are not breaking things because we hate ourselves. We are breaking them because we are terrified of the emptiness that might come. And this is our inner voice. Not evil, just unseen. It is the old predator who once saved you but now keeps you small. It is the inner sabotage that says, don't shine too bright, don't trust too deeply, don't let it be easy. And so, what happened, friends? We build chaos to stay in control. We choose conflict over stillness because stillness feels foreign. We attract the same patterns over and over again because they keep us within the limits of who we believe we are. The irony is, even our suffering can become a comfort zone. Pain feels familiar. We know this feeling, and the familiar feels safe. And then lastly, girls, integration, living from the deep self. Healing isn't about silencing your resistance, it's about listening to it. Your resistance isn't your enemy, it is the part of you that once protected your heart. When you stop fighting it, you can begin to understand what has been trying to say, my friends. Ask yourself, what does this part of me need to feel safe enough to change? And the other question may be, what am I afraid I will lose if I truly evolve? What would it mean to no longer define myself by pain? Real transformation happens when you can hold both truths at once. I want to grow, I accept this, and I'm scared to grow. That's not contradiction, that is consciousness. And the process of becoming whole is not about becoming light or dark, strong or soft. It is about becoming real. Integration every fragment of who you are until nothing inside you has to fight for space. The deep self, my friend, doesn't destroy or build. It simply allows. It creates from awareness, not from fear. When you live from that place, your patterns stop running. You begin to act from choice, not compassion. You stop chasing control or start cultivating presence, and that's when life begins to change. Not because you forced it, but because you finally stopped pretending you were only one thing. And my friends, final reflection, the courage to meet yourself. The hardest thing you will ever do is meet yourself, truly meet yourself without turning away, to see the part that creates and the part that resists, the love and the fear, the truth and the production. Most people spend their whole lives avoiding that encounter. They stay busy, stay distracted, stay small, other people, or but because silence reveals too much. But if you can sit in that silence, something sacred happens. What happens? You begin to sense a deeper intelligence beneath all your contradiction. A quiet knowing that says you were never broken, only divided. And the moment you stop fighting with yourself, you stop creating chaos to feel alive. You no longer need to prove your worth or save others to be needed. You can finally be whole, grounded, and awake. That is the work of the deep self. So, girls, to look within, to listen honestly, and to live from integration instead of instinct. Because maybe the point was never to fix yourself, but to remember that you were never two separate parts to begin with. Thanks for listening.